Welcome back to Mathematical Economics class. In this class, I want to show you how to derive marginal revenue from demand function. In the previous video, we did example 1, where we are given an inverse demand function and we have to derive marginal revenue from this. So here, we want to derive marginal revenue function from this direct demand function. This is the direct demand function. So solution. So we have a demand function Q equals 36 minus 2p. So this is a direct demand function. Why is it a direct demand function? So there are two types of demand function. Is either we have what we call inverse demand function. So in an inverse demand function, P is made the subject of formula. Let's say we have something like this, P equals 18 minus, let's say 0.5Q. So this is an inverse demand function. So, and is equivalent to this. So, what of direct demand function? Direct demand function. Like this one, the direct demand function where Q is made the subject of formula, that's 36 minus 2p. The direct demand function. Okay. Now, we have a direct demand function here, and we want to derive our marginal revenue function. So you recall that marginal revenue is derived as the TR over the Q, meaning that we cannot derive marginal revenue directly from this demand function without first deriving total revenue from this demand function. So to derive total revenue from this demand function, you recall that total revenue is equals to P times Q. Okay, P times Q, that is total revenue, or if you like, half A half times Q. So it's equivalent because P equals R. Okay, so because we are given this, so let's just go with this P times Q. So now we need to convert our demand function from direct function to an inverse function. So in other words, we have to make P the subject formula, convert to inverse demand function. So how do you convert to inverse demand function? We have to make this, we have to make P the subject formula. In other words, we are going to have 2P equals 36 minus, we take this to this side, then minus Q. Then we have P equals 36 minus Q over 2. Then we can split it, we have 36 over 2 minus Q over 2, or simply 1 over 2 Q. Now the case may be, so we have P equals 36 divided by 2, we have 18, then minus 1 over 2, that is 0.5, the Q. This is the inverse demand function equivalent of this direct demand function. Okay, now we got the inverse demand function, then we can now apply this to this formula. Okay, you remember the formula for TR is TR equals P times Q. So we can now have our P is equal to 18 minus 0.5, then multiply by Q, which is Q, which is outside here. Then we can open the bracket, we have 18Q minus 0. Okay, another Q is here. So 0.5Q squared. This is our total revenue. This is the total revenue. So we got the total revenue, now we can now derive our marginal revenue. We call marginal revenue equals the TR over the Q, which is equal to this. We differentiate this, we have 18 minus 2 times 0.5, so we have 1. That means we have Q. So this is our marginal revenue function. Thank you. Now, can you try this on your own? Exercise. and tell me the answer. So we have, if we have a demand function as Q equals 18 minus 1 over 2P. So can you derive? We are asked to derive marginal revenue. So do that.